What's going on YouTube? It's Giga here, bringing you some more Series 11 Wi-Fi battles with live commentary. We are once again using KantoClark's really cool Eternatus team. We had some good success with it yesterday, and I'm hoping to keep that up today. So looking at my opponent's first team, it is going to be a Yveltal team. It is Yveltal, Grimmsnarl with Rillaboom, Incineroar, Regieleki, and Araquanid. So Araquanid, a little bit of an interesting choice. Overall, I feel really good about Landorus. Right, Landorus has super effective damage into Yveltal, into Rillaboom, into Grimmsnarl, into Regieleki, and into Araquanid. So I think it's really going to be about setting that up. I like Eternatus for sure. The question now is what do I want in the back? Rotom I feel really good about, just having a lot of constant pressure, and then the final question of what goes in the last slot. Urshifu is tempting because of the Scarf and being able to outspeed things. Rillaboom, I'm going to go with Indeedee. I think Follow Me redirection is going to be really important. Also, the ability to set up terrain potentially to stop a T-Wave from Grimmsnarl, I think is going to be huge. And so really trying to utilize that, right? It is unfortunate, though, that Landorus obviously not going to be able to benefit from the terrain, but we are most likely going to be maxing Landorus, so we can really sort of utilize that in our favor. But overall, feeling really good about this matchup, and we'll just kind of see how things work out. Right, so let's take a look at leads. I think leads are important. Nothing really is threatening Landorus, so that is good for us. We will see just Rillaboom and Yveltal. So I really just like straight Rockfall into Yveltal and attempting to... we could... Okay, so what I'm thinking actually is... You could be weakness policy. Right? You could very well be weakness policy. So what I could actually do is... Nope, no controller drift. Please stop. We are going to actually Airstream here and go for a Protect on Eternatus. And what that's going to let us do is Eternatus is guaranteed to be faster than Yveltal the subsequent turn, which means that we can go for damage then without worrying about... I know that it probably doesn't have a weakness policy, but it is a thing. I don't necessarily want to lose because of that, and just putting on pressure onto the what's it called, the Rillaboom, I think is going to be really important. So we can try and get that boost up. That'll let us pivot into dealing with Rillaboom the subsequent turn and getting damage onto the Yveltal using Eternatus' Dynamax Cannon. So really being able to utilize that. We are going to see a max come out from us first, which suggests to me that my opponent is not actually going to be maxing their Yveltal. So overall, I feel really good, right? That should be a good amount of chip. It could be an easy fake out into Eternatus, because a lot of them actually do not carry Protect, so it could be a double up there. As we will see, yeah, Protect come out, huge for us. We should have just gone for a Rockfall, as yeah, we will see fake out, right? It makes sense. Most Eternatus, whatever, don't carry that. Dark Pulse doing quite a bit, and we do see it as Life Orb. So that's some really good information, as Max Airstream just going to do big... Okay, it's going to KO. I actually was not expecting that, if we're going to be really honest here. I was expecting to KO the subsequent turn, but you know, that's good for us. Life Orb really putting in a ton of work. We do have to worry a little bit about Rillaboom going for a Grassy Glide, but also not the scariest thing. This could be, yeah, we are going to see Incin come out. So what I'm thinking... Rockfall the Incin. I'm going to Rockfall the Incin and swap into Indeedee. Yeah, let's swap into Indeedee here, because that's going to reduce the amount of damage that Grassy Glide can do. We are not really worried about Rillaboom right now, due to the fact that we have Rotom, as well as, what's it called? We have Rotom in the back, we have an Eternatus in the back, and I mean, I guess in DD2, being able to take away the terrain is going to be huge. So I really just want to guarantee that we can get a hit off before the Grassy Glide, because that does have the potential to KO me. And then from there, we do have redirection with Indeedee, which can be huge. We do have to worry about Rillaboom maxing, which could potentially cause some problems. But yeah, getting rid of the terrain, I think, is going to really be beneficial here. And let's see what happens. Are we... Okay, so we're seeing no max. Okay, that's really good for us. Rockfall going to come out onto Ensign, should do a really big chunk. Unfortunately, not enough for a KO, but because of the fact that we are able to set up the terrain, like overall really good position, we right, even if we lose Landorus, it should be fine. We have access to Dynamax Cannon and the ability to redirect with Indeedee, so that's good for us. We should see, yeah, Grassy Glide going to be weakened, huge, and a Flare Blitz going to come out. So Flare Blitz, unfortunately, going to cause us to lose Landorus, but as a result, with Recoil and the Sand, Instant at this point is pretty neutered. We can bring out... I like Eternatus here, trying to just put on pressure. Yeah, let's bring out Eternatus. Like I said, Rillaboom, not really a big threat right now. And given the fact that Ensign does not have access to max, what is the restricted? Oh, Yveltal, and we already KO'd that. We have a very safe Dynamax Cannon here, as well as a Follow Me from Indeedee, because of the fact, like I said, we do have Rotom in the back, so we do have the ability to really just skirt around whatever this Rillaboom can do. So I'm trying to just focus on the slot next to it and say, hey, that's where the threat is. We are going to see Rillaboom Protect. That's even better, right? Like, I don't care about it at all. We should be able to get this KO with Eternatus, and then at this point, yeah, it is a 3v2. Rillaboom essentially not going to be doing anything at all, really. Yeah, easy KO onto what's it called? This Ensign, and now the question is, what do you have in the back? Araquanid. No, Araquanid is fine because of the fact that we have access to Rotom. So Rotom really gonna help us out here, right? We do have access to redirection with Indeedee just to kind of stop while we stall things out. We do have to potentially worry about a Stomping Tantrum from Rillaboom, but we did see Protect, so feeling really good about that. Regieleki going to come out. We do have, once again, a very easy Dynamax Cannon as well as a Follow Me here, and that should essentially be able to, yeah, because we would be able to get a KO onto this Regieleki using Dynamax Cannon. If we don't with the Sash, there is still the Weather, and then Rillaboom is going to just go down similarly for yeah, using Flamethrower or Sludge. I mean, using Sludge Bomb, and we still have Rotom. So overall, really solid first match, and let's just keep rocking and rolling and move to the next one. All right, battle number 2, and it is once again Yveltal. It is Yveltal, Landorus, Tapu Fini with Regieleki, Metagross, and Arcanine. So a little bit different this time around. I mean, Landorus Eternatus does feel really good here, right? Lando completely invalidates some of these Pokemon. We do have to worry about double Intimidate, but I think that that's fine. Indeedee, and then what do we want in the back? Urshifu is tempting, right? Ignoring the Intimidates means it's good against Arcanine, it's good against Landorus. It does struggle against Fini and Aleki, but both of those we should have covered. Let's go with this. I think this is our strongest bet. We do have the similar strategy of just being able to Airstream turn 1 into Yveltal to kind of set us up for a Dynamax Cannon turn 2 to ensure we're faster. We do have to worry about Aleki. Aleki would be scary, but not the end of the... Okay, Regieleki, Yveltal. This is ironically what I was just talking about. Luckily, neither of these things scare what I have out. Right, Aleki cannot do anything. We actually have a pretty, I don't want to say free, but we Could just go straight for okay, wait. First of all, what is Eternatus' speed? 195. Okay, so you will outspeed. That's good to know. We can actually airstream into Yveltal and go for a protect. This guarantees that at +1, we will outspeed Regieleki, as it looks like they're going to just probably go for, I don't know what. They're going for something into Aleki. Looks like probably an Electroweb, trying to slow it down a little bit. I mean, they're probably going for an Electroweb from Regieleki into Eternatus, I guess. Or they're going for a Volt Switch. Either way, we're in a really solid position because we don't have to worry about the speed drop. We are going to see a max from Yveltal. So important to know that we are faster with Landorus. And at this point, right, we have the ability the subsequent turn to go for really good damage across the board. We do have to potentially... No, even if you airstream... If you airstream, it's a little tricky, but it should still be fine. As, let's see, we are going to see Eternatus go for a protect. That's fine. Could be screens, Aleki. That's something to worry about. We will see a Volt Switch. That's perfect. We do get to fire off the max airstream onto the Yveltal for really good chip. We do love to see that. I think it should put it in range of a... So let's see. Please be a Max Darkness. If it's Max Darkness, that's awesome. Yes. Okay, great. I love that. Max Darkness into Lando. It's going to do a really big chunk, but Aleki cannot touch me. And we have a free Dynamax Cannon at this point, right? Because both of our things are... Like, Landorus is immune to Aleki, so even though it's slower, it's fine. So we have a really free Max Rockfall here, as well as a Dynamax Cannon into the Aleki slot. You don't have any fairies in the back, so whatever switches in is going to take just a huge chunk as, yeah, we get to fire this off. You might get a Volt Switch off, but like, what? You could Volt Switch for an Intimidate. Or is that, okay, it is Focus Sash. So yeah, it's probably going to be a Volt Switch into something, yep. We are going to see the Volt Switch come out into something that has Intimidate, that I'm guessing, in order to deal with this Landorus. But what if you go for another Darkness? Yeah, we are going to see the Lando come out. Makes sense, right? You're trying to get that attack drop. You're trying to get your special defense boosted from this Rockfall. So the question now is, are you going for another Darkness or are you going for an Airstream? Because both of those are going to be really impactful decisions. We will see. Yeah, that is not ideal damage for sure. Yeah, like I said, if you go for a Darkness, please go for a Darkness. We will see an Airstream. Airstream is fine. Airstream is fine. Airstream is fine because of the fact that... Why is Airstream fine? Airstream is fine because we're already at +1. Yeah, okay, we're at +1, which means that we do have the speed priority, right? We are going to be faster than... we're still faster than Yveltal with Eternatus. And so the thing now is, can we survive? We do have our Shifu. So the thing is, right, we can go straight for a Surging Strike onto Landorus. We will potentially be faster. We do have Surging Strike here, as well as a Dynamax Cannon onto the Yveltal. We will outspeed because we are both at +1. Yeah, the Dynamax Cannon at this range should finish off Yveltal. We will have to take an Earthquake onto both, but what I'm hoping is if we lose Eternatus, nice. If we lose Eternatus, that's fine because of the fact that we still have Indeedee in the back, so we can redirect some attacks. We will see, yeah, an Earthquake come out, makes sense. Eternatus, please live. I don't expect you to. That's fine. Our Shifu does live. We know you have Aleki in the back. The question is, what do you have last? Aleki can only survive for one more turn, right? We will see Surging Strike come out. Perfect. So I think you might have Rillaboom. Rillaboom would be scary. Yeah, okay. We're going to get rid of Landorus here. So I should have doubled up. So the thing is, like, we haven't revealed Wish Scarf. We are going to see Indeedee. This tells me it's probably not Rillaboom. Oh, it's okay. It's Metagross. Really. Okay, so we can still win this. We need a miss on Electroweb. If you miss Electroweb, we win. That is our out. Because you only have one turn left with Metagross. I mean, with Aleki. So, like I said, as long as you miss this turn, come on, please miss the Electroweb. Oh, or please live. Come on, Urshifu, please live. Yeah, I mean that was our only chance right there. So unfortunately, we are not going to take this one. Unless does Indeedee live? It doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter here. If they had missed, then we would have had Aleki go down. We would have been able to Surging Strike into the Metagross and then boost up again. So really what we should have done is we should have targeted into the Yveltal again. And then it would have been fine for them to have Landorus out because of the fact that we would have been able to beat them in the end game. So a little bit of a misplay there, especially because I knew they had 2 Intimidators. So something I should have adjusted for, but didn't. But still, overall, I think a really solid second game. And let's just keep rocking and rolling and play one more. All right, last battle of the day. And it is, shockingly, a Yveltal team. It is going to be Regieleki, Yveltal, Incineroar, Landorus with, what's it called? Dragovish and a Lapras. So, I mean, I like Eternatus Landorus just because I feel like we know how to fix the mistake we made last time. I definitely want Rillaboom in the back. And then the question is, what do I want in the last slot? Probably Rotom. I mean, Rotom isn't going to like a lot of this team. Probably, I mean, let's go with Indeedee. I think Indeedee just is probably our best option here. Nothing really feels great in all honesty, but let's see kind of how it works out. I do expect a similar lead to what we've been seeing every time, but I could be completely wrong. We will see. Lando Instant. Okay, Double Intimidate. Double Intimidate is fine. Double Intimidate is fine. We have Indeedee in the back. So, okay. We are faster Landorus. Instant, Intimidate. So what I'm thinking, this is a risky play, but live fast, die young. Swap into Indeedee, stop the fake out, go for the Dynamax Cannon. You're probably going to max. It's fine. You're at -1. You're at -1. So I'm hoping the -1 is enough for a KO. If you go for a max quick, we are still faster. We did see that their instant is slower than ours. We also then will have access to bringing out Rillaboom, so that could be huge for us, being able to just get a clean sort of hit onto you. We will see perfect, yeah, the fake out. We are going to be able to fire off a big Dynamax Cannon, and it looks like they potentially might be going for a Rock Slide here, given the fact that they didn't max as good damage. We'll take that. We will see just, oh, okay, so you're special into Earth Power. That's fine. We take that really, really well. And so what we can do now is, because we know you're special, we can go for a just another Dynamax Cannon here, as well as, you have no fairies, right? Yeah, you have no fairies. So we have a free Dynamax Cannon here, as well as a Follow Me. We can really use the fact that we are going to be faster with Eternatus, as we will see, yeah, the Follow Me comes out. We should be able to get a pretty easy hit onto you. Yep, we get to KO the Instant, which is a huge threat out of the way. Right, boom, you're gonna go down. We know that there is a Yveltal in the back, which can be a little bit scary, but we're trying not to think about that right now. Ensign going for a parting shot, that's fine. Yeah, drop on Indeedee, I don't care about that. You will be able to, once again, cycle out and Intimidate. Once again, not an issue. We really are being able to use the Indeedee's redirection to our advantage. So we will see Lapras. Lapras is fine here. Lapras not going to like a Dynamax Cannon for sure. So Yveltal a little scary here. We will see Ensign. Ensign, yeah, that's fine. Just able to fire off another parting shot. We will be able to go for a Dynamax Cannon onto this Lapras and really just give it nothing. Landorus, a really good contender for Max in the back. So let's just Dynamax Cannon Lapras, go for another Follow Me. Really just sort of trying to get as much damage off onto this Lapras before it's going to commit to a Max. We could see... No, Max Lightning is fine. We are going to see a Max. It should be Lapras, right? And then, given the fact that we have Sash on Indeedee, you probably actually are not even going to be able to KO me, which is nice. So we can really get big chunk before we can bring out Landorus. And at this point, Landorus just has big max rock falls, being able to deal with Lapras, being able to deal with Ensign, being able to deal with what is most likely a Yveltal in the back. So overall, really good. We will see the Dynamax Cannon getting damage onto this Lapras before it is able to go for a Resonance, and just obviously just doing a big chunk, hopefully. Not as much as I would have liked, for sure. We will see the Throat Chop onto the Indeedee. Indeedee, yeah. And this should be a Resonance. Yep, we will see the Resonance come out. Definitely a little scary for sure. But I think, right, Lando... I don't... I'm going to bring out Rillaboom here, mainly because of the fact that I want to guarantee when I attack into Lapras, it is as low as possible. We could fake out the Ensign. Fake out the Ensign. No, stop that. Please, 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 please stop that. Dynamax Cannon once again onto Lapras. And fake out on the Ensign. Let's fake out Ensign. Like I said, I do expect Rillaboom to be able to take a hit. I want to try to ensure we get as much damage as possible onto the Lapras, and so what I'm hoping is either way, right, we're going to be able to get another attack onto Lapras, right? It's either going to be a Grassy... That's big damage. We're either going to get a Grassy Glide off, or we're going to get... Interesting. Guys, where's that going? Into Eternatus. I don't know if you're maybe predicting a switch. This is huge, right? At this point, Ensign is going to be doing less damage. And we really are in a position where we can just keep clicking Dynamax Cannon. We are running a little bit low on PP, but not the end of the world. We are giving Lapras back a little HP, but I don't think it's going to matter too much in the end. We can, yeah, click this button. We do have access to Grassy Glide here. The fear... What is the fear? The fear is if you survive this double up and you... Oh, okay, so it is Dracovish in the back. Dracovish in the back means we need Rillaboom to survive. That works. Okay, so things are a little different now. Oh wait, this is fine. We're firing off a Dynamax Cannon into Dracovish. So, bye-bye. You are going to die now. Oh, whoa. Okay, I did not expect that. So what? Just doubling up Dracovish is fine here. Right? We should just be able to double up Dracovish. Yeah, double up the Dracovish, because if you fake out and KO Yeah, it's gonna work out. Yeah, it's gonna work out. Ensign, not a big deal. We go for another Dynamax Cannon onto the Dragovish, and we go for a Grassy Glide onto the Dragovish. No matter what, it works out. We might just have to wait a turn. Right? Yeah, because if you fake out the Rillaboom and then KO Eternatus, we have Grassy Glide pressure next turn. If you target into Eternatus, then we get the Grassy Glide off, so you go down. So you should target into... You'd have to be Scarf. Target down the Rillaboom, and yeah, you're going to target Rillaboom. It makes sense. You should try to KO the Rillaboom. Or, okay, we are faster. So there's just that. We KO the Dragovish. You are probably banded. And from there, yeah, we have no reason to not just try and boop you as hard as we can. The crit, I'm guessing, was unnecessary. We do have a faster Rillaboom, and yeah, we have a pretty easy sort of cleanup from here. We can just go for, what's it called? Another Dynamax Cannon, as well as Dynamax Cannon here, and go for a high horsepower here. Worst case, we still have Lando in the back, so it's not a big deal. And it looks like, yeah, they are going to cancel. So overall, some really good battles with this team. It's been a lot of fun. Eternatus definitely was not on my radar, but really putting in some work, showing why it was the surprise legendary in Sword and Shield. I had a blast with it. We will try and use probably some other Series 11 teams. Like I said, I do want to have a mix of Series 11 and Series 12 content. I do maybe want to try and do a little bit of my thoughts on things and some rankings, but we'll see how that goes. But either way, hope people enjoy, and until next time, I hope all of you are wonderful, and I'll see you then.